guys, it's Super Future. I literally just got out of seeing Captain America Civil War. So you know what that means? This is the Captain America Civil War review. Spoiler-filled spoilers, okay? If I can't make it any more obvious, spoilers are coming to your head. So I'm going to tell you everything about this movie. If you don't want to see spoilers, there's other non-spoiler reviews on Collider, on Schmoes Now. Watch those. But if you want to know everything that happens in the movie and get my rating out of it, you're going to watch this video. So there you go. Here we go. I'm going to say this first and foremost. This is the first thing I said walking out. That was more of a... the first thing I said was... Oh, no, it's a great movie. But I said, this is a Captain America movie with the Civil War elements and aspect in the story built into a Captain America story. Allow me to explain. So the opening of it is Bucky and Cap. Bucky did something kind of like Winter Soldier-ish, and he's blamed for it. Steve is trying to track him down. At the same, they take care of Crossbones immediately. Bam! That's the first thing out of the gate. Like, they take care of him immediately. The Avengers take care of that guy, Crossbones, and then this is what's so great about having like a multi-film contract in this universe. They bring out General Thunderbolt Ross from the Incredible Hulk movie. So, for those of you who actually saw the Incredible Hulk in theaters or watching a re-release or whatever, that shows you that that's the same timeline. Because a lot of people forget that Edward Norton's Hulk and Mark Ruffalo's Hulk are the same Hulk. They're just different actors playing the role in the same universe. So, and if that Tony Stark cameo at the end of the Incredible Hulk couldn't help you out, I'm sorry. But that's just the truth. It is. And it's even in the box set. MCU's behind me. The MCU is behind me right there. That's phase 1 right there. The Incredible Hulk is in that. And Thunderbolt Ross was in this movie. Therefore, it reconnected a broken thread in this universe. And I loved how they did. I loved that they put them in there. So, and it wasn't the first rodeo for Robert Downey Jr. and William Hurt. So, but yeah. That's that, and then eventually it reached the point where like the government comes to the Avengers and says, "Look, we're not gonna lie, we're kind of nervous about you guys going around just doing whatever you want without the government's authority for that country. There's got to be some restrictions, thus causing what already was becoming a divisiveness between Captain America and Iron Man, thus causing a Civil War storyline. At the same exact time, Captain America is trying to help out Bucky in the same as this is going on with the government as well. So, and that played out throughout the whole movie. Black Panther, 2 words right there. Black Panther. He was unbelievable. I'm going to get to that stuff too, but don't worry. Black Panther played an incredible role in this. They introduced his father, King T'Chaka, as one of the heads of the U.S. ambassador, not the ambassadors, one of the representing his country in the United Nations. And that was awesome that they did that. And I was just so happy that they did that. But sadly, a bomb goes off, and then that causes King T'Chaka to die, and causing T'Challa to take on the mantle of the Black Panther, where vibranium comes from and everything. So there you go. And he was incredible. For a guy who's 38 years old, his fight choreography was incredible. And his suit was like vibranium-centric. It was all the crazy stuff. So really sweating nerd here. So if you didn't buckle those seatbelts, you better buckle up because the train's still going. So there was also... Oh, the main villain. This is what I was like, why are they throwing Baron Zemo in there if it's a Civil War story? Turns out Baron Zemo was the one causing the divisiveness. He was causing Winter Soldier to do stuff, causing Captain America and Iron Man to take sides, like, hey, he's my friend, but he's at the same time he's a criminal, and they caused to butt heads. And before we even get to the actual fighting that you see in the trailers, Tony Stark and Peter Parker. Spider-Man is, I think this is, as much as I love Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, I love Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 1, but this is probably the best Spider-Man I think I've ever seen on screen. Now, that's coming from the same guy who saw Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in theaters. I've only seen the bad Spider-Man movies in theaters, guys, I'm sorry. But seeing this Peter Parker, Tom Holland as Peter Parker, and Marisa Tomei as Aunt May, and having Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man show up in Queens to Peter Parker's apartment and say, I need your help. If you don't mind, just come here. I'll help you out. I'll make a suit for you, and you can go about your business. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Tom Holland is about 17 years old, 18 years old. He is literally a year, my age or a year older than me. I'm 17 years old. He is as old as me. And he's Spider-Man for the next 15, 20 years down the line. He's going to be in a bunch of movies, I guarantee it. And I'm sure, and plus he's not that very known of an actor, but he's a guy, he had the quippy dialogue, he had all the chops, I love this Spider-Man so much. It's a great, great Spider-Man, guys. I know you only saw a little bit of it, but what you saw is a lot more than what you would expect. It's so great to see having Spider-Man, and there's this great scene where Spider-Man, like Captain America, hits down the whole fight is at an airport. So Spider-Man's holding something up, and he's like, Stark told me you were from New York City. He's like, Cap's like, I'm from Brooklyn. Where are you at? and Parker's like, Queens. They're like, nice. And they walk away. Even though they're on opposite sides. Spider-Man was on Iron Man's side the entire time. Just so you know, when you go to the movies and you see this movie, just so you know, the roster is on Iron Man's side. Iron Man, Vision, Spider-Man, Black Widow, War Machine, and Black Panther. So those 6. So Iron Man, War Machine, Black Widow, Vision, Black Panther, and Spider-Man. Yes, those 6. Cap had more players on his side. He had... obviously Captain America. He had Scarlet Witch. He had Hawkeye. He had the Falcon. He had the Ant-Man. Ant-Man turned into Giant Man in this movie, guys. That was awesome. He's like, and there's this great scene in the fight, in this entire Civil War fight itself. It starts out kind of serious, but with some jokes here and there. I'm not even kidding when I say this, but I was laughing as the fight was happening. That made me be like, what? What? No, but seriously, hear me out for a second. There's a great scene in this movie where Ant-Man, now Giant Man at the time, he's all like, oh, he's walking, and then Spider-Man pulls a Star Wars on us, and he says, hey guys, do you remember in that old movie, The Empire Strikes Back, with that giant walking thing? And at the same time he's whipping around, He's going around Giant Man's legs and tripping him. I was like, and he's like, hey, that's just like The Empire Strikes Back, blah, blah. It's like, shut up, kid. And Brody's like, oh, Tony, how old is this kid? And he's like, too young for me. And that entire sequence was so entertaining. And on top of that, the action was just as good as Winter Soldier, if not better. It was so unbelievable. Off the top, Robert Downey Jr. has got more dramatic chops in this movie than he does in Iron Man. And in the Iron Man 1, he had a lot of chops, dramatic side to him. But really, this one had, at least in my eyes, this was incredible acting chops on his part. He killed it in this movie. He was one of the best parts. What else was there? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna get into that. So after that big battle that you see in the trailers and stuff, that's the Civil War part. But as I said, this is a Captain America movie with Civil War thrown into it, and that's the best way I can describe it. It's put together that way so well, and you would think, how are they going to do that? And they did it. The Russo brothers put it together very well. It was all so good. Oh my God. And we reach a point where Captain America and Bucky are going off to try and stop Zemo at this point. And that's a shot where the giant laser shoots up and shoots Rhodey. I'm going to tell you right now, if this is full spoilers, he does not die. He just gets severely injured from his waist down. He's hurt obviously, but he's okay. He's alive. So basically, at the end of the day, no one died in the Civil War. So all my friends that were saying, yeah, Captain America's going to die and Winter Soldier's going to become back. You're all wrong, so you can go suck it. I'm just saying that right now. That sounds mean, but it's just the truth, because Cap didn't die. And when it really came down to it, at the end of it was like just Steve and Tony just going at it, and it was so well put together. And there was this one shot while the two of them are fighting, and Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man he's got his repulsors up, he's like, and he's blasting, right? And Cap's got that iconic shield look going, right? And it's on the side of them. And it's directly out of the Civil War comic book artwork that whoever drew it at the time, it's directly out of that one panel. And there was not a lot of people that in the theater that got that, but I understood it. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. I felt like a loser for it because I'm like, it was awesome. Oh my god, it was so great, unbelievable. And overall, you know, and I don't want to reveal the ending for you guys, but I want you guys to experience for yourself. Post-credit scene wise, there is one right after the color credits, you know, like the cool credits, and then there's one at the very end of the credits, like the very last thing you see is. Well, I can't tell you that because it's just that awesome. So you guys will get a kick out of that. But look, over my rating overall. So yeah, there's two post-credit scenes. There's one right after the credits, before the main credits and the color credits, and there's one at the very, 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 very end of the credits. And there's a great tagline. I'm not going to tell you the end credits scene, but I'm going to tell you what do you guys remember back a little while ago? That it said Iron Man will return in Avengers. Captain America will return in the Avengers. Right? And they all did that. And the same thing for Avengers 2. This one, I'm not going to tell you the end credit scene, but this is a little hint. It said Spider-Man will return. That was awesome. Spider-Man will return. That's all. I'm not going to tell you what it is or what happened. You just got to experience it for yourself. So, yes. Overall rating. Now we've come to the end of the video where I do give my overall rating for this movie. You know, I haven't even yet to rate this thing, so this is the first time I'm actually rating it. I'm going to give Captain America Civil War, I'm going to say it's easily in the 9s. It's a 9. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's not a 10, but it's as close as you're going to get. It's like, this is the same movie, the same rating I gave X-Men Days of Future Past was a 9.5. 9.5. So it's on the same level as X-Men Days of Future Past, as far as my eyes go. That's a high rating, people. Just to let you know, that's a really, really high standard to break. And these super movies are just getting better and better and better. That's really good. That's a really good thing, because we're getting more awesome movies with these awesome characters. So, but that will do it for this Captain America Civil War spoiler-filled review. So if you sit through this entire thing, I just gave away the whole movie. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be that way. But yes, just to let you know, Team Cap won. Just putting it out there. But yeah, so look, if you love Captain America, but look, if you are not even a superhero fan, go see this movie. You know why? Because it's worth the experience to witness something like this in theaters. Because it was one thing to witness Deadpool in theaters. It's another thing to witness this in theaters. Because this is like literally two different opposing views going at it in one superhero movie. When was the last time that happened? Never. This is the first time it's ever happened. So really, you're witnessing filmmaking history. So I'm gonna leave you at that. But look, I'm glad you guys stuck it through this video. But for all your Captain America Civil War updates and this review, keep it locked on the Super Review Show, Team Cap.